Scorpios, let's jump straight into your reading and see what comes up. The purpose of this reading is to more so give you insight on your situation, not to necessarily be extremely harsh or negative. So I just want to make that disclaimer. I'm not going to be telling you guys off or anything like that. The purpose of this reading is to help. So let's go ahead and jump in. I want to start with this deck, and then we'll continue to build with other cards as we go. So let's see. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. What are the harsh truths they need to hear moving into the second half of March? Okay, so first card we have is acceptance. We have trust here in reverse. And let's pick one more randomly. And we have discipline. Now, I noticed that all of these cards are purple. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. So with acceptance, this is accepting things that we can't change or control. And understanding in those things that we can't change or control, there's still power. And the power is being in the space of allowing. And also understanding that spirit also, if you allow them to do the work behind the scenes, will bring essentially newness into your life or break you from shackles of feeling like you're confined or constrained in certain areas in your life. It's like if you can't shake the energy that you're experiencing, then maybe it's time to step back and let spirit do the work. Not every situation we run into do we need to always feel like we need to do something. Sometimes it is okay to let spirit do the work and just let go. And like this card says, I am learning to accept things that I cannot change. This is essential because you will kill yourself all day if you focus on all the things that you can't change about the past and what you can't change about the present even. And that's where trust comes in. I'm really, I guess, excited, but not excited. I would say shocked that this card came with this card together. But anyways, with trust showing up here in reverse, I purposely left it in reverse because it came up that way. This is speaking to you having faith in you, in your personal journey, but then also the divine. When you think about letting go and letting the divine step in, do you get nervous? Do you feel like the divine isn't out to help you in any way? Because if you do have trust issues with God, trust issues with the universe, trust issues with what you believe in, that's a problem in itself. Now, another thing I want to point out, we have the discipline card here. So what needs to happen in the second half of March, anything that you guys are really needing to pan out for you, whether that's you guys getting your financial situation in order, you guys being able to finally shake somebody who has been in your energy for way too long, you're going to have to personally tap into discipline. Okay, this card says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So there's no temptation in this world that will pull you away from you having discipline if that discipline is strengthened or it's strong. Okay, if you want to eat that cheesecake and you know that you need to be eating that salad, you better imagine that the salad is that cheesecake, but you're gonna have to stick to your personal discipline regardless of what's going on outside of you. All right, let's keep going. Scorpios. Spirit's also saying consistency and discipline is needed, especially when it comes to any creative stuff that you're working on. We have the Chess Queen, trust and strategizing. We also have the Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving, withholding. Okay. So another card talking about trust. There's definitely a need for you guys to have a strong belief system in self and your spirit guides and the divine. But not just having faith. It's one thing to have faith. It's one thing to trust in yourself and the divine. But then there's also a need for strategy and a realization that faith without, how does that saying go? I forgot exactly how that saying goes. Maybe you guys will know what I'm trying to say in the comments and you guys can leave that quote. But I think faith without action is how the saying goes. Faith without action is just dreaming or just hope at that point. I think that's how it goes. Anyways, but there's a need for a strategy, especially if you have some sort of business, some sort of goal, something here that you're trying to accomplish. You need to have faith in your personal strategy working out for you. But there needs to be some action backed behind your level of faith. Okay, hopefully you guys know what I'm trying to say with that. But moving on with this card, this is giving attention to your willingness to give, and how some people may try to take advantage of that, and how you need to be aware of how certain individuals may leech onto you because you are just this person who may shell out of a lot of your personal energy out, and needing to understand how reciprocation works. Okay. Are you giving too much of yourself in a love situation where someone's not matching your energy? Are you giving too much of yourself in a job where you're not getting paid enough, or you're not getting the hours you need? It's realizing where you may need to shift your energy elsewhere if you keep giving, especially expecting something to come back from said thing that you're giving to, and that's not necessarily the case. But let's pull some tarot cards to go even further. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We have the Temperance card. We have the Empress. Scorpios. We have the Two of Swords. And one more. The Four of Wands. Okay. Okay, so looking at these cards, I needed a moment to kind of meditate on them. So when it comes to the truth you need to hear, I'm hearing patience with the first card especially. A lot of you do need to tap into having more patience in self, and also when it comes to your outside world or what you're experiencing around you. I get this energy of you guys just having this mindset that may be on your circumstance right now. Like you may be, let's say, tapping into this abundance mindset and unlocking a lot of doors that are going to help you personally have a more abundant existence. But your outside world may still look pretty much the same, and Spirit's saying you need to let things kind of catch up with itself. Okay, a lot of times where impatience comes from is the fact that we know that we're great at this, we're great at that, we deserve this, we deserve that. But our outer experience has to catch up with what's going on with our inner. And sometimes it's actually vice versa. Now, another message that's coming through here, not only have you guys needed to tap into more patience when it comes to certain things, maybe there are certain things that you've been overly patient for, to a point to where you have to ask yourself, when are you going to have more patience for things that matter versus the things that are sucking energy from you, and you've been overly patient in terms of those things getting better. So maybe shifting your focus from being overly patient about things that aren't good for you versus to the things that are going to change your situation or make your situation better. Spirit's saying also you guys are really growing and maturing. And that's okay, especially if you start to not resonate with certain things anymore. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a piece of you that's just evolving, and that is perfectly fine. So if you find yourself uninterested in certain friendships, certain relationships, certain hobbies, things that you paid attention to before, that's okay. Now, another thing I'm seeing, some of you have been procrastinating Some of you guys have been procrastinating heavily. I almost said heavenly. I don't know what I'm talking about. You've been procrastinating, and it's been because you've been caught up in this space of having, let's say, two different concepts or different ideas, let's just say that kind of conflict each other. And because of that, you're just like in this space of just holding off on doing anything, and it's keeping you from having this fresh start. So wherever in your life you're in this Two of Swords of energy, where you're like having this hard time having a clear indication of which direction you want to go in, or what idea is more so suited for you, it's time for you to make up your mind. How much longer can you sit on an idea? How much longer can you sit on a concept, an understanding, a truth, before things just become extremely delayed for you? But these are just some of the things that I see. I hope that you took something from this video, and if you did enjoy, definitely feel free to thumbs the video up and subscribe. My information will be listed below if you do want to get a personal reading with me. And I will see you later.